Hello, good morning. How are you? Let me turn this on here, my friend. Let's get some more static pressure intensity in here, shall we? So I can see. What's that look like on the phone whenever I turn that on? See any holograms on the wall? Here's what I want you to pay attention to. Is that corner of the mantle. Corner of the mantle, like right there. There's a wormhole there for holographic technology. And what happens is an infrasound, an ultrasound will come in and hit off of the glass on the mantle over there and propagate another frequency. Because with holographic technology, what happens is when you have propagation in extremely low frequency, you get sound waves and you can start to hear it. And since I got some of this cool paperwork right here, okay, check this one out. Create a speaker out of thin air, right? Create a speaker out of thin air. This was back in 1996. And apparently, its main applications, the system could target particular individuals with powerful low frequency sound waves that temporarily disable them. Okay, this is a speaker out of thin air. There's a lot of good stuff here. There's a lot of good stuff. I hope you're getting all of it. Here's the back. This is 1996. Now there's new patents out for clothing with nanofibers in them that will collect a voltage and cause a speaker on your shirt. So you could literally talk through your shirt. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff we've been inventing since the advent of smart dust. Let me tell you. Here goes another good piece of paperwork. Here's a good one here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. I'll read it to you. Cyber can now create biowarfare effects without a bioweapon. What's that mean? What does that mean? Let's think critically and clearly here. What does that mean? Cyber can now create biowarfare effects without a bioweapon. So does that go consider into cerebral warfare, cerebral spyware, cerebral malware? Now we have biowarfare, biotechnology from cyber, from signals, from the cell phone. That cell phone right there that I'm speaking to with those cameras that are antennas has 5 more antennas inside of it. And what can we do with antennas? We can propagate it back and forth, can't we? We can send pulses back and forth. Now with nano, on a passive intercept, I could create a static line around this phone. I don't even need a battery in it. Don't even need a battery in it, and the computer chips can be accessed. The camera can be accessed, the microphone can be accessed. Wireless power transfer, right? So what do we need power lines for? Secret Service, do you hear me? How are you protecting the President of the United States and surviving presidents still to this day? Mr. Bush, Mr. Clinton, Mrs. Clinton, Trump, Obama. Who else? There's 5 first ladies left that went to Mrs. Carter's funeral. How are you ladies doing? My name is Chad Hendrick. I live a mile away from United States Air Force Base, and this technology is attacking the shit out of me. I will not shut up. There's people crawling all around at my public library. Matter of fact, that's all I do is go there. Because I had an attack this morning. I had an attack here this morning. Another one. Time travelers. You know what it's like about, you know how I said it's all being amplified? Right through your goddamn power lines. And now I got Metaverse, Apple, probably people from SpaceX, NASA, definitely NASA, and everybody else Navy, any one of them that has to deal with protecting critical infrastructure, Secret Service. How are you guys dealing with this? And you think it's going to be a big goddamn secret. You don't want to document it. My house is literally a research facility. I could watch anything from any AI company, anyone talking about AI, and everything that's happening in this house, they're putting out there on broadcast. I did not sign a non-disclosure agreement. I am not being compensated. And everything going on here is highly illegal. Now, Secret Service. What do you know about the Galvanic Vestabular stimulus? Because I had an attack here this morning, and I got fish hooked. The galvanic system is a resistance on your skin. The vestibular system is your nerve, your pressure system in your ears. And go ahead, Secret Service, tell me you don't know how this one works, because it runs all the way up on the top of your head. And, you know, your nerves, it's a fiber optic cable. And Secret Service, I got video outside of my house of an applied voltage going back and forth on the cable wires. Now this shit is going on my nerves, changing harmonics. Now we have, what is it called? 10G wireless routers from a company called Xfinity. 10G. That's the 10th generation. I talked to an employee. No, it's not 10 gigahertz. What they do, they're offering a package of 2.4 gigahertz, 5 gigahertz, and 6 gigahertz. Okay? So what's that mean? Well, since we have Starlink, we have Amazon, we have NASA, we have the Defense Department, we have North Korea. Who else is all up there? Russia. Like, I can name any one of these fucking people when they got satellites up there with communications. And now they're offering cell phone services. Now, if we did see, remember that guy's plane that got shot down over there in Russia, that guy, the Wagner group? It just looked, I watched the video, his plane just went down. It couldn't even like go do a nosedive to catch lift. And remember yesterday on the video, I said they sent a goddamn fucking a laser beam that works off of force multipliers to Ukraine. Australian scientists, took them 10 years to put it together. So what do you think knocked that fucking plane out of the air? How about the military planes in Kentucky, the helicopters that crashed? How about the shit in Alaska? How about the jet, a brand new F-35 Lightning II, ejected the goddamn pilot and just kept going? There was an Osprey that crashed in Japan. A goddamn plane went down in Australia with fucking Marines on it. Nobody seems to know. Especially Prigozhin, when his plane come down. What do you think that fucking beam does? What do you think this applied voltage does? Right? It's going to fry everything. You ain't going to have no controls. Anyways, to continue on. I had an attack on my vestibular system. It got, what do you call it? I keep hearing it got hooked. Fish. So, Secret Service, if you don't know anything about remote intercepts, what the hell are you in the Secret Service for? How are you stopping directed energy weapon attacks like this? Since, you know, there's a speaker system in the clothing now. Now there's hearing aids and earbuds. The president can get messages and it all comes through. You can build static lines. Create antennas with this nano. So I got an attack. It works off the vestibular and the eye. They're changing time frequencies now with me and my brain. Because your nervous system, your nerves is a fiber optic cable. Same thing that's outside. And there's that shit, that applied voltage you could see out there moving back and forth. And that's on the nerves. And you might think this is funny. My penis is an antenna. There is nano in my penis. Whenever I go to sleep and I wake up in the morning and I got blood flow after dreaming, stuff goes in there. And now you can control this. Now, hey, Mr. Presidents, Mr. Secret Services, you guys having any problems with your bowel system?